Liverpool beat Newcastle 3-2. One of the games of the season. You can put that already in your diaries. Not in your diaries. I'm just lost for words right now. When it comes to the end of the season, this will be one of the games of the season. What a performance from Liverpool. Not in terms of footballing ability, because we'll get into that, but what a performance in terms of grit and resilience. All the things going on before the game, during the game. Oh, I'm ecstatic right now. That is what champions do. Liverpool are champions of the Premier League right now, and Liverpool want to stay champions of the Premier League. So to stay champions of the Premier League, you have to be resilient. You have to grit. You have to fight when you're the worst team. And I'll be honest, Liverpool were the worst team in that match. Even with 10 men, Newcastle having 10 men, Newcastle still dominated the game. But who got the 3 points? I see 3. I say it says 3 right now. That's Liverpool. It says 2 next to Newcastle. And what that means? That means 3 points of Liverpool. We're going to get into the game now. Obviously, everybody knows what's been going on before the game. All the stuff around Alexander Isak. It's been crazy, to be honest. And we've seen on Twitter, the Newcastle fans, they were hyped. They were gassing it up, saying, "Oh, Joel Linton's gonna come." The way Newcastle fans were talking, bro, I thought I was gonna see Anthony Joshua in the middle of the park for them. The way they're talking about Joel Linton's gonna punch up this man, Joel Linton's gonna kick this guy. Oh, Bruno Guimaraes. I thought they had a pivot of AJ and Ngannou, but what happened? They got dominated. Let's chill out. They didn't get dominated, but and all that post match, the pre-match fury. We saw it happen. We saw it, affect the game. They were pumped. Newcastle were pumped. Liverpool were pumped. Tackles flying in left, right, and centre within the first 20 minutes. Yellow cards flying around, and before any red cards happen, a goal happened, and that goal was against a run of play from Ryan Gravenberch. What a finish, Ryan Gravenberch! That's for you right now, Ryan Gravenberch. What a goal! Beautiful finish, long range strike, and that really settled Newcastle down. Newcastle were dominant before that. Didn't really have any crazy chances, to be honest, but they were really dominating. They had the ball a lot in dangerous areas. But that Gravenberch goal really silenced Newcastle. From then on out, the rest of the first half, they didn't really do much, to be honest. Then obviously the Anthony Gordon red card came, and to be honest, I've seen a few mixed opinions. On the whole, people are in consensus that was a red card. I think it was a red card. When I saw it, if you watch my reaction to the stream, I said that was a very dirty tackle. It was a dirty tackle. You've seen the pictures of the marks on Van Dijk's leg. That was a red card in my opinion. And yeah, so a goal and a red card, 1-0 at half time. And I was thinking, yeah, that's game over. I was thinking it's game over, especially when after half time, Ekitike, beautiful finish, 2-0. I thought it was game over. Newcastle didn't really look like they were threatening. And then out of nowhere, Gummy Bears dunks on Bruno Guimaraes, that is. Gummy Bears dunks on Kirkers at the back post to get a goal back for Newcastle. And at that point, I think that goal was a little bit out of nowhere. Newcastle, they were still going for it a little bit, but they weren't dominant as they were in the first half. I think there was more damage control for them, especially after the first half that the start to the second half that we'd have. But yeah. And after that, to be honest, Newcastle, they were really dominant on the ball, had the lion's share possession despite having 10 men. And then the crucial moment, bro, it has happened 3 games in a row now. Arne Slot, if you're watching this, I know you're a subscriber as you talk sports. Stop taking Hugo Ekitike off. 3 games in a row, Hugo Ekitike has scored. 3 goals Hugo Ekitike has been taken off when Liverpool are winning 2-1. 3 games that Liverpool have drawn the game to. I can't even speak. 3 games in a row, Liverpool have been tied 2-2 after taking Ekitike off. I said it on the live stream. Why is he taking Ekitike off? He was our best player. We had no creative outlet after that. And yeah, the goal came. A scrappy goal over the top. And I was thinking, halas. I was thinking Newcastle are going to win when I saw that, to be honest. And then I saw it. I saw that the cameras panned. They panned to Rio Ngamoha. What a player. And I said on the stream, this is the thing, a lot of people cap, but there's no caps in my raps. I said on stream, I saw Rio Ngamoha. I said you can write the script now. I said you might as well put the Rio Ngamoha goal on there now. As soon as I saw Rio Ngamoha coming on, I knew he was going to score. Because for you fans that didn't know, you know now. Moha is a quality player, and we saw it as soon as he got the ball. Just direct. Yeah, what a goal. What a goal, and credit to Dominic Szoboszlai. Mohamed Salah's going to get the assist, but Dominic Szoboszlai deserves that assist. Beautiful dummy to open up the whole space to Moha, and that's a hard finish. The pressure on that 3-2, and just curls it. It wasn't even really a curl, just beautifully placed into that far corner, and the celebrations. Rio Moha, you deserve that. You really deserve that. He was electric in pre-season, and yeah, wow. And my post-match thoughts, to be honest, I don't care. I don't know, the commentators were kind of, Jamie Carragher was going in saying how bad we were. You know, we weren't great, but I don't care. Newcastle away is always a tough game to win. Never mind all the stuff that's going on. So I'm just happy we got a win. Arsenal next week, we'll turn them over as well. I think we're going to win that game. But we're going to get into the player ratings. But one thing I have to say is Florian Wirtz, man, gets me annoyed just speaking about it. 160 million is a lot of money, and he doesn't even look like he's worth 16 million at the minute. You know, it gets to a point where obviously you can't expect someone to be a world beater straight away, but he's not even really showing signs of being a world beater. But you know, without further ado, let's go into the player ratings. Alisson, give him a 6. Maybe he could have done better with Gummy Bear's goal, got a stronger hand, but you know, he's all right. Curtis Jones, I thought he had a decent game. 6.5. Konai's getting slandered a lot on Twitter and in a few group chats I'm in. I don't think he was that bad. 5, I'll give him. I don't think he was awful. Van Dijk, 6.5. Kirkes, poor game. Kirkes, 4. Dunked on by Gummy Bears. Really should be doing better with that. Don't know what he was doing. Ryan Gravenberch, you get a 7.5. You know, the midfielder looks a lot better with him. Boboslai, Dominic Szoboszlai, you can have an 8 just for that. You can have an 8 just for that dummy. I really liked him at right back. Defended better than Trent. Said that on stream. Decent, yeah. Obviously not his position, and he really helped us win the game. So you can have an 8. Gakpo, Cody Gakpo. I said it at the first stream, and I'll say it again. Gakpo is good enough to be our starting winger. He's a world class left winger. I've said it time and time again. We don't need to sign a starting winger. Barcola, we don't need him. I wouldn't mind Malik for Farmer as an understudy, but then we've got Rio Moha. So Gakpo, he can have an 8.5. I thought he was the man of the match in my opinion. Florian Wirtz, 5. Just didn't really do anything. Just he's getting bullied. Salah, 6.5. Didn't really do much, but got an assist at the end. Hugo Ekitike, I love this man so much. Just changed my life. I'm not a person who's really excited about signings, but I was so excited about Ekitike, and he's proved me right beautifully. 8 for Ekitike. But yeah, Liverpool win the game 3-2. I'm very happy with the performance. Not with the performance. Very happy with the result. Performance wasn't great, but the resilience was amazing. Thank you for watching. Tune into the next live stream. Today was a generational live stream. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and peace.